Alrighty, guys, so I wanted to hop on here very quickly today and break down SoFi stock and do a quick update because, believe it or not, which honestly it's not hard to believe, SoFi stock is up yet again over 2% on the day, and earlier today it hit $8 per share. So before we break down the charts here and before we dive into the markets, which we'll do that later in the video, don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo. It is free money. Each of those could be valued up to $2,000. All you guys got to do is go down below or simply go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo, open up your account, you get one free share of stock right off the bat, fund your account with at least $100, you get 5 more stocks, and fund your account with at least $1,000, guys, you get 10 more stocks on top of the 6 stocks, totaling 16 free stocks. So if you guys want some free money, who doesn't like free money, and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below. And now, cheers, guys, let's dive right into the video. So again, SoFi stock is up over 2% right now, trading at $7.81, and earlier today, guys, you see that? I know I see that. We hit $8 per share. Unbelievable. So right off the bat, guys, right out of the gate, rather, we ended up going down on the day. We had SoFi open up at about $7.85. We went down to about $7.65, $7.70, and then we saw a crazy run up to $8, which was a move of around 4%. And then from that point, you guys can see if I pull up the 5-day, actually, no, let's go back to that intraday. From that point, you guys can see we ended up rallying, seeing a bit of a relief rally back from, up from $7.65 to about $7.95, $8. We got rejected there again. So right off the bat, guys, we do have a bit of a resistance at about $7.95, $8. Then after we got rejected at $8 for the second or third time, we went down to around $7.65 again, and now we're starting to push back over the moving averages on the intraday chart here, and it seems like we're starting to go back to $7.90, $7.95, $8. So in other words, guys, we've been trading in this little 35, 40 cent window over the course of today so far. I mean, you guys can see again, we've tested multiple times $7.60, $7.65, and we've gotten rejected multiple times at about $7.95, $8, right around that 5-cent ballpark. So we're trading in this horizontal channel. Let me actually extend this to the right. You guys can see it even better. And in my opinion, now we're starting to head back towards the $8 range, maybe $7.90, $7.95, that general area, right? So in the short term, very short term here for the next hour, hour and a half, I'm looking to see if SoFi could make that move right here. Again, up to about $7.95, $8. Will it make that move, or will we fail at around, $7.85, which we actually did fail at that point back in, a couple hours ago at about 12:30, 12:45. Will we fail here and start going back down, or again, will we break out and start going $8? Let me actually set my alert now that I'm thinking about it at about $7.85. Mark is that we're above. Let's put it there because again, that's where we got rejected at around 12:30, 12:45 on the East Coast. And quite frankly, now that I'm looking at it, that's kind of where we're getting rejected at right now. If I zoom in a little bit, you guys can see we are seeing a little bit of resistance at $7.85. So if we pull up the 5-day chart, you guys can see SoFi is clearly holding an uptrend, no doubt about it. We're starting to bounce now off the 180 SMA. We're breaking out of that 50 SMA, which is great. And pulling up the 20-day chart, clearly, guys, the bulls are in charge. I mean, you all know that at this point, right? We're above the moving averages. We're now clearly bouncing off that 50 SMA. It's clear as day in my opinion. And on the 4-hour chart, you guys are going to see, wait a second, now we're getting awfully close to the highs from the beginning of February, being about $8.20, $8.25. And you guys can see during that time period, we were actually getting rejected at about $7.80, $7.90 to $8 as well for a couple of days during this time period right here. Then, of course, we ended up going down all the way to $5. Then we got down to $4. You guys know that. So, in general, guys, where we are now, $7.80, $7.90, $8, $8.25, this 50, 60, 75 cent window, this is a very big spot for the bulls. Very big level of resistance. And quite frankly, if we get a hard rejection here, this could start coming back down maybe $7, $7.25, which you guys can see that was resistance in the beginning of March, also in the beginning of May. So that's potentially where it could go, if it does pull back a little bit. But, at this point, we're not seeing any signs of a pullback. I mean, this thing keeps on going up and away, and we'll see what happens at 785, guys, 825. I'm telling you guys, even though it's overbought here, and you could argue it needs a pullback, if we're able to take out the highs from a couple months ago, this is going to cause even more momentum, in my opinion, to come into the stock. I mean, if we break 825, which my alert's set right there, and I have another one at 785 that I said earlier, if we break these levels, we can really start pushing, initially 850, which was the high from August, and I might as well set an alert a little bit above 850. I'll put it at 855. If these levels are able to break, guys, now pulling up the 3-year chart, SoFi could start to take off. $10 plus. I mean, the next main level of resistance that I'm looking at past 825, 850, at least briefly looking at this chart, I mean, we have $10.50. I mean, that was the high from roughly, about a year and some change ago, back in the end of March of 2022. We failed at about $10.50, all throughout March, heading into April of last year. So that could be the next spot we go if $10.50 were to break. Another prominent level that I'm looking at here is $13.50, roughly, $14, which if I zoom in a little bit, you guys can see that's where SoFi actually held all of 2021, heading into the early days of 2022. Then, of course, we got all the way down to $4. You guys know how that ended up playing out. But, yeah, right now, starting to break out little by little. And if $10 breaks, or rather if 850 breaks, 10 could be next. Then we could start creeping up to the teens again. And of course, it's not going to happen, at least in my opinion, overnight. It might take a long time for that to happen. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if it will happen for sure. We're just drawing out levels and, playing out different hypothetical scenarios that could happen here if the bulls maintain a grip on the stock, which right now they're clearly doing that, as we're up around 2% and we're fighting at about $8 per share. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Feel free to hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and subscribe. And let me quickly look at the markets here, guys, before you click off the video. Currently, it's 2:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We have the Russell crushing it yet again. The Russell's up 1.8% right now, which is great, and now it's breaking out towards 1,900 points, which, did we not call that out in a recent video? Guys, now we're completely trading above the moving averages. We're at a multi-month high. We're taking out the neckline of this head and shoulders, and to me, guys, and mind you, now we're testing the highs from November heading into the early days of December. To me, guys, this is fully breaking out now, and we could be going maybe towards 1,950, 2,000 points on the Russell. So great day so far, up around 1.8%, up 32 points. But believe it or not, the NASDAQ and the S&P, they're down. The NASDAQ's down 1.3%, and we have the S&P down 0.25% as the Dow's up 0.3%, and we have the VIX down again. Now it's trading in the high 13s. It is down around 1% as the metals are down as well. Gold's down 1.2%, and we have silver down 0.5%. So really, it's kind of an all over the place type of day in the markets today. A lot of stocks are green, a lot of stocks are red, and I mean, it's just one of those days, right, guys? And I'm not surprised that we're seeing a bit of a sell-off in Triple Q, considering how overbought it got. And to be honest, it might need to come down even more, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And don't forget to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below. Open up your account. You get one free share of stock right off the bat. Fund your account with at least $100. You get 5 more stocks, totaling 6 stocks. And fund your account with at least $1,000, guys. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 16 free stocks. So if you want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below. And now, cheers, guys. I'll catch you in the next video, man. Talk about a crazy day in the markets. I'll see you guys later.